Candace Owens, please continue. You were saying earlier.
Well, I was also going to say that the celebrity endorsements, I think, are now hurting. I have to say, this was the first year
said
where
they're
I was
not
like,
working. They're not working.
They're not working. They're hurting now. And you saw this because towards the end, they just ran out it was like every celebrity got the call in the last 4 days. But it was really interesting to just be in the comment section of LeBron James, you know, when he is basically supposed to be the king and black men are supposed to just listen to whatever he says. I mean, I am telling you, the comments under his post were 80% negative. I think there's something about it that feels very patronizing, you know, that they're obviously rolling out these people like LeBron James, even Barack Obama. Barack Obama, I genuinely think him coming out and rolling up his sleeves and talking to the brothers wasn't a good thing. I think the brothers got a little upset by that. It's like, first off, Barry, where have you been? Secondly, when have you ever been a brother? When have you ever been in any sorts of situations that would make you relate to black Americans? You grew up in Singapore and Hawaii, and you went to wealthy schools your entire life. It's an act. His name is Barry Soetoro, and watching him suddenly patronize black men and pretend like he's been a part of some struggle, I genuinely think they just got pissed off. I think they literally went, okay, it's just too obvious right now.
Candace, are you trying to say that Cardi B's endorsement of Kamala did nothing to sway your vote? I know you and Cardi.
Or
Megan Thee Stallion.
I mean, come on.
I gotta say, when Sexy Red came out and put her butt cheeks in the air, I was almost compelled. I was like,
Adam was as well. Adam flipped.
That one pulled me.
That
one pulled me.
By the way,
here we go.
Ken, you know I realized too, Dave, you know what? Who are really pissed off? I want to know where, because Kamala isn't African American. She's Jamaican and Indian. How pissed off are the Indian community? Not one shout out. Like, you know, her cousin out there is like, why don't you give us one? Not even a hello, Raj, nothing. That's a billion people.
That's a good point.
She would have won. She would have won in a landslide if she just went, my friends from New Delhi, she would have won.
Vinny, you're going to get yourself cancelled, Vinny. You're going to get yourself cancelled, Vinny.
I should have been in charge. No, she...
Vinny.
Man, but wasn't it cool when Trump called her out? When Trump called her out about, you know, playing black? When Trump said, well, she was Indian up to 3 years ago, and then she came out as black. And that's when the floodgates opened and people started checking, and everybody found out she was a liar.
And by people, you mean me, because let me tell you.
You've done great work.
Candace is all
I just turned it in. I couldn't let go of it. I couldn't believe it. I actually went through her book, and every single relative that she posts is like a fake auntie, a fake uncle, and a fake black grandmother. Like this woman, by the end of her election,
she fake grandma.
Yes, caught red-handed.
Candace is right about that.
Great work.
A fake grandma.
She posted a fake picture of a woman, and I knew, I can't explain it. It was like a black science. I just looked and I said, this is not your grandma. It was just that black grandmas are Caribbean grandmas. My grandmother was Caribbean. They're very in your face. They lovey-dovey. You're always like, grandma, chill. And you could just tell in the picture, I was like, I feel like this woman is the help. And then I started the investigation, learned that that wasn't her grandmother, and then I got in touch with her relatives. I mean, I wouldn't let go. I was like, you cannot just post up a fake grandma. And her uncle told me that that was not the grandmother, and then a Jamaican woman came out and said that's not the grandmother. And then Kamala's campaign completely dropped all talk about being the first black African anything. So she stopped running on that by the end of the campaign. Very scary.
Candace, you do got to give her a little bit of credit. I mean, as former comedian, current comedian, to be able to do accents wherever you go.
Incredible.
She's doing an Indian accent and a hey girl accent, like, and then she gets back to, you got to give her a little bit of credit.
Little
chameleon accent.
Could I just, if I could just jump in for a second, I don't feel that we sufficiently trashed Barack Obama, so I just want to...
Let's get back to Barack Obama.
Can I just talk about what a disgusting piece of shit who will burn in fucking hell? Who will burn in hell for eternity? The butcherer of Libya and Syria and Yemen, Barack Obama is. That every goddamn time he's campaigning for somebody else, if you're not voting for the person who he wants you to vote for, his answer is, that's because you're a terrible person. Every goddamn time. If you don't support Hillary Clinton, it's because you're a sexist. If you don't support Kamala Harris, it's because you're a sexist. Michelle Obama got on stage at the DNC and goes, I know a lot of people are upset by me because when you're a black woman, people don't like when you have a strong opinion. As if the only reason we could be upset with Michelle Obama is because she's black and a woman.
She's a woman?
Listen, okay, allegedly.
Oh, she's a woman?
Allegedly.
Oh,
I'm sorry?
Let's make
She's a woman?
Where's our allegedly shirts out there? Make sure we see those in the crowd.
I don't hate the Obamas because they're black or women or a gay dude married to a trans. I have no problem with that, okay? I'm a very accepting libertarian. But my God, the goddamn nerve, the damage that that guy did to this country, and not just with his horrible policies, but the fact that, listen, motherfucker, this country elected you twice. The first time by a landslide. And you have the nerve to turn around and act like this country is some white supremacist country. You two are worth over $100 million. You are amongst the most privileged people in our society. The only thing Barack or Michelle should ever say about America is what a great country we've been to them. Screw those people, man.
You know what? Let me add to that. And I think Candace will agree. They did that because on their way out, they had to put black people back on the plantation. They had to make them believe that America was a racist nation. They had to make them believe that this nation was still a nation of Klan members that want to hang you from trees and white people that wanted to harm you. So they started the Black Lives Matter, the Trayvon Martin, the Eric Garner, the Michael Browns, and they found these very, very sad situations, and they elevated them. The last one, you know, when they had all the riots, George Floyd was another. You did great work on that, Candace. Great work on George Floyd. And they want to elevate these things to make us hate one another. Because the one thing they cannot do, just like the Civil War, they cannot lose their black vote. They can't lose it. And so he was given instructions to make sure that after his presidency, black people cannot walk away from this presidency believing that America was a post-racial society. So his job was to scare us and put us back on the plantation again. It worked with some, but it didn't work with us.
And then there was also this element of whiplash. Like, I do think the Diddy case happened at the right time as well with the celebrity lineup, because these celebrities love Diddy so much. They're at all these parties. LeBron now famously, ain't no party like a Diddy party. And you're watching all of these victims come out, including actually majority men. I guess that's what Diddy's into. And they're speaking about the drugging, the raping. You've got a lot of proof in the form of pictures, this lawsuit. And you have these celebrities all stay mum. And then his ex-girlfriend pops up with some fake tears, J-Lo. Hasn't said anything about Diddy, but now she's crying about the threat of Donald Trump. It was just unbelievable. It was like watching a sitcom. You got LeBron, ain't no party like a Diddy party. He did this whole thing a couple of years ago because he loves criminals. Every time there's a criminal, he's out there defending them. Like, he literally defended, her name, I think it was like Lakeisha Bryant, who was in the process of stabbing, Makia Bryant, was in the process of stabbing another girl. And the police officer saved the girl's life by shooting her. And LeBron James had this whole thing about black women, I promise to do better by you, and all of this stuff. And then they're all mum about Diddy. And 2, 3, 4 weeks later, they're on their platforms trying to produce fake tears and propaganda to talk about the fact that Trump is a threat. So you could really observe the hypocrisy of Hollywood. And we all just kind of thought, you know, what were you guys all doing with that amount of baby oil at Diddy's house? I think that really happened.
Well, I mean, listen, most people, when they go to Costco, they buy 1,000 boxes of baby oil. I mean, everybody does that, no? Yeah, yes, no?
2,000 bottles of baby oil.
The lawyer said that,
but
by the way.
Costco came out and they did an official statement and said, we don't sell baby oil in bulk. Like, he's buying that shit individually, and what allegedly they were saying, Candace, is that inside all those bottles, there's something that you rub on you and it makes you
Let me ask a serious question.
One of the best decisions I ever made in my life was joining the U.S. Army. When I served the 101st Airborne Division Air Assault, the level of pride of America being the greatest country in the world went to the roof. If you are a veteran, or if you support veterans, you have family members, Veterans Day, we have brand spanking new gear for you to choose from. A whole plethora of options of what to choose from, with shirts that say we support armed veterans. I am an armed veteran dog tags, shirts, hats, all of the different gears that we have. And for the first 250 people that place an order, you have the option of 12 to 15 brand spanking new mugs that we have. One says Angry Patriot, another one says BizDoc, another one has got the US flag, another one has PBD Podcast or Valuetainment or A Future Looks Bright. Go to vtmerch.com, place your order for Veterans Day. These things are going to go very quickly, and you'll get a custom mug that'll be sent your way.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.